as the World Economic Forum 2017 hit Davos, Ukrainian Davos Nights arrived here too in order to show the new face of Ukraine to the international business community. Brain TV is here tonight to talk to the organizers and the guests to find out what their vision of the new face of Ukraine is. Besides having in Davos such a usual Ukraine-devoted event as Ukrainian Breakfast, organized annually by the notorious businessman and philanthropist Viktor Pinchuk, Ukraine had another strong presence in the face of Ukrainian innovation sector during the Ukrainian Davos Nights. The Ukrainian Venture Capital and Private Equity Association held two events dedicated to investment opportunities in Ukraine. Both events gathered over 400 guests.
It's the first time ever we organize this event, and in this room you can see the investors, global investors, and we just want to show the Ukraine is a place to invest with us.
Not only investors and startups were represented at the event, but also the export-oriented companies. UVCA brought together Western NIS Enterprise Fund as well as Ciklum, one of the top 5 Ukrainian tech companies, and Dmytro Shymkiv, Ukraine's president administration representative, to tell the world about Ukrainian tech and innovation sector.
I think that our innovative industry was going to exceed all the neighboring countries. Why? Because the critical thing is the talent, availability of the talent. Majority of the countries which are neighboring to us are searching for talents. We have talents. What we lack in is access to finance that can allow our companies to go globally on the big scale. So that's why having an event in Davos is very critical in the places, other places beyond Davos, to bring attention to put Ukraine on radars of big investments. Investments that like to invest into technological innovation, into innovations related to engineering, electronics, aerospace and other industries. All these areas is where Ukraine is strong. So because we are young in innovation, we have a way to leapfrog.
Personally, I'm very happy that Ciklum has decided to support it. UVCA is bringing all elements of IT ecosystems together, startups, venture community, and IT outsourcing companies as well. I hope really that next year we're going to have a more broader representation here, because the world is looking at us, and the more coherent we are, the more integrated we are, the stronger we will appear to the world. The more business opportunities will come to Ukraine, and the better lives we will have in our country.
Where do I see the strengths of Ukraine? I think in solving extremely difficult, hairy problems, in terms of extremely complex technology. That is something everyone's looking for, the low-hanging fruit. Everyone's thinking about, some consumer product. That's not the way that Ukrainian engineers think. They think of a problem that's extremely complex and how to solve it in a simple algorithm in a simple way. I'm hoping that this is just the beginning. I'm hoping that next year we're going to see an entire house, a Ukraine house that's here throughout all of Davos, and that we're going to see a lot of guests, and people will be talking about Ukraine in a way that they haven't before.
We have an exhibition of 50 inventions of Ukrainians. We have beautiful tables of Kodisoft. We have amazing Ukrainian wines. We have great guests. This is the most important, I guess. So an atmosphere, this is like a friendly company that gathered here. People who are interested in Ukraine, who know about Ukraine, or those who would like to learn more about our investment opportunities, about IT in our country. So I guess this is like one of the most important things.
I come to Davos every year because it's a great place to meet new people. Lots of really new, interesting things happen here. And also, we're meeting here. It's a great opportunity to meet people you wouldn't otherwise meet because we're all here. So my expectation is just to meet lots of new people, get lots of business cards, and then see where things go from there. And it's good. It's good that it's the beginning of the year because then you can take the rest of the year to make those stronger connections.
As the Ministry of International Trade of Canada, we're good friends of Ukraine. So when I was invited by some of the people who have done amazing things in the tech sector, it was only natural for a Minister of Canada to come in and say hello and really celebrate with you a great achievement. I saw tonight amazing technology, groundbreaking technology that has been done, and I'm proud to see this great collaboration between Canada and Ukraine. I hope from this, a lot of good things are going to come out.
Ukraine is a very creative and inventive country. There, of course, is a whole prior generation of innovators and inventors that we present on the tables and in the book. But current generation is very creative as well. In the last year, we started to invest in IT startups. And what I found after attending many hackathons and being on jury reviewing the work of IT startups, I was impressed by their ideas, their ingenuity. And I think that's a message that's important for people to know. People think of Ukraine in two negative ways, war and corruption. And that, while those exist, but they're both being handled in a different way, creativity and ingenuity and development and growth in the IT sector is very important.
During the night, Ukrainian hardware startup Kodisoft demonstrated its solutions to the guests.
Today, coming to Ukraine, I've been blown away by the technical talent. We've got an engineering team of about 20 people there, and I visit either once every 2 months or so. So it's a really good fit for us.
We're very happy to be here on Ukrainian Innovation Night at Davos, but I think there's some great opportunities here. There's some great companies starting up in Ukraine, and there's always going to be more and more. So this is a super opportunity for investors to get in on the bottom floor.